I'm about to hit you with some facts for everybody that's still going to push the injury narrative. In 2010, the Green Bay Packers won the Super Bowl. They had 15 players on injured reserve.
Tell everybody, to me, it felt like, based on the injuries.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the
You know, some teams just have a hard time moving on. And that's the sad case for the Detroit Lions, as it's been nearly 6 months since the Washington Commanders went into full field and took over their trap and blew them out in the NFL division round of the playoffs. That being said, you fast forward to present day, you got wide receiver Allen Robinson still making excuses and saying why the Detroit Lions lost to the Washington Commanders. Let's talk about it.
The way that we live is not for everybody, man.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
How do you think the rest of Jaden Daniels' career is going to go? If we're, 6, 7 games into Jaden Daniels' career and he's already milking injuries? Like,
Stop saying my name, you dick riding bastard.
Based on the injuries, it felt like we were a team that was just kind of like, our grip slipped off of a cliff. That's what it kind of felt like. It was like, as we were getting injured and more people were getting injured, it was like we were just kind of losing grip, But as far as like personnel-wise, with a healthy team, I know a lot of people can try to say this, but I think last year, a healthy Detroit team, we won the Super Bowl. I mean, and again, that's easy to say sometimes, but as well as when you get into those kind of playoff games and situations when you're playing against Jaden Daniels.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We have the Washington Commanders video. And in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video where we're going to be talking about Allen Robinson and Detroit Lions still blaming injuries as the reason why they lost to the Washington Commanders. Get straight into today's video. Before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. We're on the road to 11,000 subscribers, so it'd be greatly appreciated if you haven't reached that goal as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. First things first, Detroit Lions fans. I never had an issue with Detroit, and I still don't to this day. In fact, I always wanted to see Detroit do good because they were one of the NFL's worst franchises growing up for me, just like my Washington Commanders. One of my IRL homies is a diehard Detroit sports fan, so I always had a soft spot for the Lions growing up. In fact, I just made friends with Spirit of Detroit podcast, who just dropped an absolute banger of a movie recapping the Detroit Lions season last year. And all my Commanders fans, go over there and watch that movie on his page. I'm going to link it down below in the description. You get to relive that magical night again. You get to see Lions fans rage, cry, and scream. I promise you, it is such a cinematic watch. You're going to love it. And I was smiling ear to ear knowing we destroyed a team that was totally talking so crazy prior to us meeting. Y'all remember how them Lions fans was talking prior to the game? And I'm telling you, if you watch that video, you're going to be doing the same thing I was doing. Comment down below on that video and take over Commanders Nation, man. Go over and rush that movie. But we have to talk about the main point today, and that's the Detroit Lions continuing to use the excuse of injuries for the reason why they lost to the Washington Commanders the way that they did. And we all watched last season, Lions fans, so we get it. Yes, you all were banged up, you were hurt all throughout the year. It was just an unfortunate season for you all. That being said, you still were led to the best record in the NFC, the best record in the NFL, 15-2, home field advantage, first round bye. You still was the best team in the NFL. Yes, you lost key pieces on the defensive line. Aleem McNeil, Aiden Hutchinson went down. You lost a key piece of your secondary in our divisional round game early on. We understand that, but that still did not stop Lions fans from talking trash, saying that they were going to put Jaden Daniels on a stretcher and still pump out their chest as if they were just going to destroy the Washington Commanders.
He runs the ball 10 times, he's going to go to the blue tent once. Yeah. I promise you that. And I won't feel bad about it. I'll look you right in the eye right now. This isn't about friendship. If he puts himself at risk, he's going to pay the price. And if it takes a flag to do it, then it takes a flag to do it.
And just being 100 with y'all, that's a big reason why I have no sympathy for this injury excuse. Because prior to the game, y'all were beating y'all chest. Y'all were talking so much trash. Y'all were saying y'all were going to injure the Washington Commanders quarterback. Y'all were going to put him on a stretcher. So much trash was talked by Detroit fans prior to this game. So it's like, okay, when the game comes on and it doesn't go in your favor, don't try to bring up the injury excuse now, because prior to the game happening, nobody from Detroit was bringing up injuries because y'all didn't expect Washington to do what they did. Just say that. Like, literally, we understand, Lions fans. Y'all were hurt. We get it. But just be 100 and say, you know what? Yes, we were hurt, but part of us being so confident is because we were overlooking the Washington Commanders. We were already looking at the NFC Championship and looking at the Eagles game because we knew we were a better team than Washington, regardless of injury. So we were already preparing to go host the first NFC Championship in this building. Any real Lions fan can admit that. They were overlooking the Washington Commanders because they were so fixated on the opportunity of hosting an NFC Championship for the first time that they did not think Washington was going to come in and do what they did. They thought it was going to be a cakewalk, but they got a dose of reality and realized, oh no, Washington is coming in here not only to compete, but actually win this game. And when the game kicked off, it started exactly how Lions fans imagined it. Y'all went right down the field and scored an opening drive touchdown. Y'all thought, okay, here we go. This is exactly what we thought was going to happen. The floodgates are now going to be open and the Commanders don't stand a chance. Let me do a quick check. Detroit Lions fans up 7-0. They celebrating right now. I'm looking in section 332. They ain't talking about injuries. They ain't bringing up injuries. They over there celebrating because Jahmyr Gibbs just scored a touchdown. All right, cool. Fast forward into the second quarter. It's 10-7. Guess what? Detroit moved the ball yet again. They're right on the 1-yard line yet again, and they score a touchdown. Now it's 14-10. Oh my God, Detroit is up again. Nobody's crying about injuries. Everybody is celebrating the fact that Detroit is winning this game, and they still expect to run away with it at some point. I'm looking at that dang section 332 again. They're celebrating. They're not talking about injuries. They're talking about the fact that they just scored and they're up 14-10. But then Washington took the lead and never looked back as they eventually jumped out to a 24-14 lead. And a big reason for that was not because of the injuries, but because of Jared Goff. Big money Goff, huh? Jared Goff, yes, Lions fans. Do y'all remember that game? That is a big reason why y'all lost that game, huh? Not because of injuries, but because of number 16. Subscribe to my new NFL channel, 4th and 1. This content is going to be dropping on that channel very, very soon. And that's the thing that pisses me off about some players like Allen Robinson and the Lions fans and the Lions media, because they want to immediately just harp on the injury excuse. Everybody knows you were hurt. Talk about the performance in the game. You still got to perform and find a way to win. 15-2 NFL record best. Y'all got to find a way. First round bye, home field advantage. Find a way to win. You didn't. Jared Goff, 3 interceptions. Ben Johnson already thinking about Chicago. Had Jamison Williams out there looking crazy. J-Mo just throwing the ball up to anybody and it's getting picked off. We executed better. We had a better game plan. You were out-coached and you were outperformed in every single phase of the game. It's simple as that. Are you guys on paper the better team? The better roster? Yes, but this isn't the NBA. This isn't the NHL. This isn't the MLB. This isn't the best of 5 or best of 7 series. This is one game. You get one shot at this thing. All you need to be is better than that team on that night, and that's simply what the Washington Commanders was. I don't want to hear any more things about this injury thing. Let it go, Lions fans. You were not the better team that night. Washington was, and that's why you lost. It's not because of the injuries. We get it. You were banged up. You've been banged up all year long. That did not stop y'all from getting to 15-2. NFL's best first round bye, bro. Stop trying to use that as an excuse. Jared Goff did not show up when he needed to show up the most. He looked shell-shocked from the beginning, throwing 3 interceptions, having a fumble, looking trash. Jahmyr Gibbs was y'all lifesaver. He was the only one that showed up that day, and Ben Johnson stopped giving him the ball, and because he was focused on his job in Chicago, Dan Campbell outcoached by Dan Quinn. Let's just call it what it was. It was a game in which y'all were underestimating Washington because y'all were so fixated on hosting an NFC Championship game. I'm so excited for this year. I'm so glad that we play each other so we can settle this again, because a lot of Lions fans continue to beat down that narrative that the only reason we won was because of injuries, and I doubt that. I simply say we won because we were just the better team that night, bro. We came into the playoffs hot, the hottest team in the NFL. So can y'all please chalk it up to that? All the Lions players, Allen Robinson, the Lions fans, all the media members in the 313, can y'all just say, you know what? On paper, the Lions are the better team, and if this was a best-of-7 series, we probably would win, but Washington was just a better team that night, and they got the best of us. And just let it go. The new season will be here in no time, and before you know it, we'll be locking horns because we play this regular season. Just let Washington and our fans enjoy that game and enjoy that moment, because that is the best game I have ever seen in my lifetime. Stop trying to continue to push this injury narrative. Please, just let it go. And if Lions fans are still watching the video to this point, I'm about to hit you with some facts for everybody that's still gonna push the injury narrative. In 2010, the Green Bay Packers won the Super Bowl. They had 15 players on injured reserve, including starting running back Ryan Grant, tight end Jermichael Finley, and linebacker Nick Barnett. And they won the Super Bowl as a 6th seed. And the big reason for that was because of Aaron Rodgers. And that's the thing that separates a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, put Jaden Daniels in that conversation now, is they elevate their team, and when things get tough and adversity strikes, they still can perform and carry a team to success. And Jared Goff can't. Everything has to be perfect around Jared Goff in order to be successful. In 2022, the San Francisco 49ers, a team that was really good when healthy, but they lost their quarterback one in Trey Lance. They lost Jimmy Garoppolo, who were out. Christian McCaffrey was banged up. Deebo Samuel missed time. Success, rookie quarterback Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, led them to the NFC Championship game. A big reason for that was because of coaching and obviously their defense that was really, really good. Point is, team still banged up, lost all their quarterbacks. Mr. Irrelevant came in and was successful and led them to the NFC Championship. The Philadelphia Eagles, 2017, won the Super Bowl, and they literally lost the most important person on their team, Carson Wentz, who would have won MVP had he not torn his Achilles. Jason Peters, Darren Sproles, Jordan Hicks were all out as well, but they still found a way to win the Super Bowl because momentum plays a factor, and next man up, and just the determination to get the job done and not make excuses also plays a factor. And last but not least, in 2008, the New England Patriots lost Tom Brady in Week 1 to a torn ACL. Matt Castle came in and led that team to an 11-5 record. Granted, they did miss the playoffs due to a tiebreaker, but the point is, you still can win and have success even with injuries. But there you all have it. Let me know what you guys think about this video down below in the comments section. Please share this video out to a lot of Lions fans because I want to hear their comments and thoughts on this video. Allen Robinson continues to say the reason Washington only won was because of injuries, and I beg to differ. But let me know what you guys about this video in the comment section down below. As always, me and boy Juan Gotti. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 11,000 subscribers, so we greatly appreciate if you can reach that goal as soon as possible. Thank you so much. You have a blessed one. Stay safe. Be easy out there. Peace.
Never gave a ballin' like I'm Deshaun, throw the bomb, G. That's IG, my jersey never seen a line.